And I know Lambo's a big Patriots guy, so we'll start with, hey Ben, sorry for the delay. My router's right next to my desk, and I have no idea. Just stopped working altogether, nothing was connecting. But we're going to make the best of it and see if we can look at some cool cards. Alright, so let's start with the Drake May lot. Drake. Move to stage. Alright. Oh. I'm going to apologize in advance, guys. My sister-in-law came in from Cleveland with her kids. They're the same age as my kids. It was the last second Christmas thing, and I had already planned on doing this, so it was one of those situations where I said, bring them, we'll make the best out of it. So hopefully they aren't too crazy. There's a bunch of 7 and 9-year-olds. Let's get this going. We got Drake May rookie rising rookie card, and then Drake May out of this year's Mosaic. B squared as the starting bid at $1. All right, it's looking like B squared's going to run away with this one. All right, cool, Ben. All right, B squared with the win. Keep myself organized. Last time being my first time was definitely a learning curve. The idea of trying to keep 50 lots of cards organized was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Let's go with this Bryce Harper lot. See if we can get all of these in here. I don't know if I'm able to zoom out, but I'll make it work. Got a Bryce Harper Diamond Kings, this year's Mega Box Mojo, and then a nice Harper Sapphire. We'll start that one off too. E. Perry's winning that one at $1 as well. So I hope everybody had an enjoyable Christmas or Hanukkah or any other holidays that anybody may have celebrated. Mine was as busy as I'm sure most of yours were. All right, E. Perry with the win. We had the pre-bid on that one. All right, so if there's any of the lots that you want to see, let me know, and I will pop those up. Make sure we get through all of them. There's a bunch of buy nows up there as well. We'll pop this Bellinger one. This is kind of a funding Disney sale, so if there's anything there you want to make an offer on, let me know. We're taking the kids to Disney for the first time in January, so trying to fund through that as well. All right, we got a Bellinger relic out of Allen and Ginter from, I think it's 2022. Yep, 2022, back when he was on the Dodgers, game worn. Get that one started. E. Perry had a pre-bid bid in on that as well. So what everybody get for Christmas or any of the other holidays you might have celebrated? It's looking like E. Perry got that on the pre-bid. All right. Socks. I also got socks. My kids always get me a goofy pair of socks. Ted Lasso socks. That's all right. I got Bill's socks. But Ted Lasso socks are definitely one that I'd add to my collection. Now let's see. What should we do next? We'll do the Frankie Lindor lot. Right here. Rain gauge monitor. Definitely dad gifts. I'll agree with that. 100%. At a certain point, that's what you kind of have to expect. Yep. Alright, so those don't all fit nicely, so we're going to try and push them back. It's a 4-card lot. We got an all-etch chrome, a holiday, a retro, and then a mojo. We'll start that. My wife finally bought me cards for Christmas. First time ever. Got me a bunch of retail from her Target trips over the last couple months. So I had something like 2 hangers, 4 blasters, and 2 megas, which ended up being more like my son's gift because he opened them with me. Not a whole lot out of them, unfortunately, but it was fun to rip with the kid. All right, Bill, taking that one down. Nothing wrong with dad gifts, though. All right, chugging right along. See what else we can find here. Move to stage. A Nolan Ryan lot. Find that one. We got a Legends of the Game, silver, All-Star, All-American League, and then one of the All Aces, which I think are some of the coolest inserts out of the top flagship. Alright, that's starting. Big Lamps winning that one. I'm assuming with a pre-bid. So I don't know if he's here. That number monitor just goes all over the place. From 2 to 8, now we're down to 6. Alright, last couple seconds. Looks like Big Lamp might get this one. Big Lamp. Alright. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep this stuff organized. Definitely one of those things that, as a newbie, you're not really prepared for. That and the shipping takes a heck of a lot longer than you expect. Eloy, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. Apologies for the inaction. Trying to keep everything organized before I, lose the cards and have to organize through everything. Alright, let's go to the next little Paul Skeens lot. If I can find it over here. Bear with me, guys. Here it is. All right. We got Future Stars out of Chrome. We got a Holiday Rookie and then a Summer Superstars. Oh, and we're off. A $1 pre-bid on that one. And down to 13. All right, last 5. All right. And Perry with the steal. All right. What do we got next? All right, let's do a little Riley Leonard. I heard he might be starting this weekend now that Indy is out of it. These are all from Bowman Chrome U last year. It looks like it, B squared. All right, we're starting this one off. Definitely was putting in pre-bids. My son and I have been playing Madden. We got a PS5 for Christmas, and it's been nonstop for the last 2 days. I can hear my son cheering with his 9-year-old cousin. They're winning. I think they're playing with Green Bay right now, so keep hearing about Josh Jacobs. All right, Riley Leonard also going to E. Perry. Alrighty. Like I said, if there's anything you guys want to see, either that's already up, you guys want taken to the front, or something that I can dig out, let me know. A little Ohtani lot. All right, we can do the Ohtani lot. If I can find it. There it is. Can't really go wrong with the NL MVP. We got Stadium Club. I think that's 23. Yep, 23. We got a Bowman. We got Topps All-Star. All right. Get that one going. B squared's winning that one. He's a man of discerning taste. All right. Down 10. Looking like B squared's going to run away with this one. Yep, and he's got it. All right. Congrats, B squared. You got it. All right. Let's see what we got next. It's definitely interesting being behind the phone compared to the other side. Much more nerve-wracking. Lots going on. Got to keep things organized. Got to keep talking, which is definitely weird. All right, let's see, what do we got? Come on. I can't find any of the... Bear with me, guys. Well, that's why I'm on the wrong side. Let's move this guy. All right, we'll do a Chase Young lot. There We got a Prospective Royalty. Got a Bowman's Best. We got a Paper First. See if we can get this guy moving. Get that one started. OK Nordog. I think that's the first time I've seen that name in stream before. Doesn't look like we got any love for Jace Jung. It's all right. All right, no go. All right, let's find something else. What else we got here? Auctions, pre-bids. We'll move the Bobby Witt to the stage. Can't really go wrong with Bobby Witt. If I can find it on my desk. There it is. All right, we got Sapphire. This is from his rookie year, but it's the team card. We got 22 greatest hits. We've got one from 23 archives. And then we've also got the one in front here. I'm going to make them all fit on the screen, but I don't know if that's going to work. We've got the Fire rookie card in the back there. B squared looks like he already popped a bid on that one. We'll start that one. B squared, who are you rooting for on the college football playoffs? Well, B squared, I think you're running away with this one too. Oregon, my kid who has no allegiance to any college team because UB, University of Buffalo, which is where my wife and I both went, play for the MAC, and they're terrible. But loves Oregon. He made himself a little bracket and literally had Oregon winning, which, not going to tell him one way or another. He's 9 years old. He can figure that stuff out. He's obsessed with Oregon. He actually had me buy a Bowman U Mega just because he wanted to get Oregon players, which I thought was pretty funny. So he's been watching all the bowl games. All right, so I'll take a break real quick from the auctions. Show off a couple of the cards that we've got for buying now. I just got it. My son and I sent an SGC order, which is weird, I know. But he wanted to send a bunch of his stuff, and it's inexpensive, and he wasn't going to resell any of his stuff, so it really didn't matter as far as like profit or any sort of like increase in value. But so to fill out the order, I put a couple things in there as well. I got a nice Drake May black green shock prism. Got a 9. My son swore he could see a print line, which he's got a better eye than I do, even for a 9-year-old, but looked pretty good, but still 9. Puka Nacua, die cut. Die cuts are notoriously hard to grade. Also got a 9. Man, relics are always hard, but I sent this one, also pulled by Ben, in one of those random team breaks. Jaden Daniels, rookie force material, also got a 9. All 3 of those are in the store. Kristen, how are you? No worries. I appreciate you being here. And then I've also got this. Was probably the big thing I got for my for Christmas. My wife got me a Hit Parade box, and this came out of it. I have this one listed in there as well. pretty awesome card. Didn't start collecting until 22, so this was definitely not something I would have gotten. But it was cool. Definitely something that I'm gonna move and try and get another something Allen. Thanks, Kristen. Definitely was surprising. Those hit parades are really hit or miss. So it's one of those things. I didn't have high expectations. I actually got another one as well. I don't think I have that one close by, but I actually got a Max Fried out of Spectra number 25. And it was an patch auto, and it was pretty cool. And since I'm a Yankee fan, and since he's on the Yankees, I'm probably not going to move that one. Put that in my display with the rest of my Yankee autos. So that was pretty cool. Definitely worked out better than the retail that she had been hoarding for the last couple months. All right, let's see what else we can get moving. A little Juan Soto lot. Move that to the front. Let me find that one. Got a Sapphire out of 22. Got a Mets Holiday out of this year's Holiday. Strokes out of last year's Chrome. And then a National Topps Chrome, which was definitely a surprise. Something I was really pumped to pull at my first National until obviously he went to the Mets. Which honestly, the National was surprisingly a fun time. I didn't have high expectations because, you hear all of the things about people stinking and there are too many people and deodorant and all that kind of stuff, but it was fun. Between the trade night, I missed out on the baseball game. Just generally, seeing a lot of people that you talk to on Discord and stuff like that was definitely a fun experience. Wife and I are talking about coming this year and maybe going to I think I heard the Yankees are playing in Chicago this year. We kept talking about it, but we just hadn't pulled the trigger. So we'll see. Oh, all right, Ben came in there and didn't even see it. Congrats, Ben. So hopefully this year, when my wife and I go, we can meet the rest of you guys that we hadn't met 2 years ago when it was in Cleveland. Being in Buffalo, Cleveland was a little easier to get to. But we're definitely going to make that trip this year, if not next year, but probably this year. Let's see what else we can roll with. All right, we got a Stephen Kwan lot here. Put that one up. All right, we got a Stephen Kwan Chrome All-Star Refractor, Stephen Kwan Sapphire Debut, and then a Stephen Kwan Common Pink to 350 out of this year's Finest. I think that's pink. All right, we'll start that one off. It's definitely different when you start meeting you guys at from National that we obviously talk to through Discord and here through District. So it's nice putting faces and voices to names, and obviously changes the dynamic a little bit. He Perry with the win there. Those pre-bids are definitely paying off for him. right, we got Toglia auto. It's at a Stadium Club. It's a red foil rookie auto out of 50. All right, we'll start that one. B squared with a bid up to $2. Yeah, it is Jeremy Miller's guy. All right, down under 10 seconds. All right, B squared with the pull. It's a nice win there. Done. All right, let's see what else we got on pre-bid here. Got Kyle Freeland. This is out of, I believe, 23. Yep, 23 Series 2 Gold Mirror SSB. Nice, man. That's awesome. Let's start that one. All right, there we go. Definitely missing people coming in. Oh, Kristen, that's not a problem. Who cares? We all do that kind of stuff. All right. We pair it with the win there, too. All right. That does it for all the pre-bids. Let's put this bench lot up. If I can find it. There it is. Apparently this guy's #1 guy for the Mets. We got a first paper. And Plasma Power Chrome out of Bowman. Let's start that one out. Oh. Must not have any Met fans. All right. All right. Let's see if we got something else. All right, guys. Is there anything in particular you guys want to see? Because I don't want to be putting up auctions that you guys aren't interested in. I can just put them up if you guys want, but obviously I'd rather put the ones, or not cards tonight. Nope. Kristen, what I should do is find some Chris Bryant cards for you. I know you're a fan of him. All right, let's try this one. Riley Green lot, rookie lot. Action Stars Chrome, Rookie of the Year favorites, a Bowman, a Retro Chrome, and then a New Age Performers out of Heritage. Those don't seem to want to fit nicely, do they? But let's get that one started. Oh, Kristen, I totally understand. Christmas kind of does that. Ben's got a bid on that. Last 5 seconds. That's good. Did you get to see your nephews? That's awesome. Did you end up getting them, I think, what was it, Warren, the pitcher you were trying to get them an autograph of from the Yankees? Got a Connor Griffin paper first, and then a drafted from this year's pro debut. I think he might be the top or one of the top 5 prospects in baseball right now. That's awesome, Kristen. All right, down the last 14. Ben with a bid. Last 5. All right. Ben with the win. Getting quite the stack going. All right, let's see what else we got. Move this one to the stage. I don't think you can go wrong with Gunnar Henderson. We got a Titans rookie, Bowman paper with the flow going, and a Chrome True rookie. Get that one started. Can't go wrong with a Gunnar lot. That's awesome. I love the retro on-card paper style rookie cards. It's funny, I prefer the cards that are chrome and shiny, but when it comes to autographs, I much prefer the old style paper card with the on-card auto. It's so much nicer looking. All right. Dan with the win there as well. Dan's walking out of this with a huge pile. All right, what else we got on here? Dylan Cruz. I feel like this guy didn't get any love from the hobby this past year. I think he got hurt and then he kind of fell off the face of the planet. I feel like this year is going to be a pretty big one for him, considering how much hype he had when his first Bowman first came out. So we got a Bowman Chrome Mega Box Mojo, and then a Allen Ginter base rookie. Oh, Ben with the first bid. Midwest Sports Cards, Ben. Not Ben Berry, Ben. Last 5 seconds. No, and the win. That's awesome, Kristen. That's really awesome. All right. Let's see what else we got. We'll go with auctions. First one closest, we'll go with the Beck lot. Yeah. New breed. A lot of archives, I believe, if I'm not wrong, and then base archives. Feels like every year there's somebody good coming out of Colorado for how bad they are. You just got to put it together. All right. Doesn't look like we've got any Colorado fans. Oh, that's cool, Kristen. It's nice when like both your worlds collide and you can there's that much crossover. It seems like we have a lot of Yankee fans in Midwest box breaks, considering it's a Midwest, crew of people that started it. There's a lot of Yankee fans. Put our J down a lot. See, speaking of Yankees, if there's some Yankee love, got a Bowman Mojo from 22, a Bowman rookie, got an Allen and Ginter rookie, and a Holiday rookie. See if we can get those all to fit on the screen. There we go. That works. Get that one started. All right. All right. Ben's got a bit in there. Ben Berry, Ben. Definitely confusing having 2 Bens. Only 8 people in here, and 2 of them are Ben. How's it going, Justin? Might be squared with the win. Ben Berry just adding to that pile. See what else we got. This one's right next to me. We'll do that one. Torque rookie. I wish there was a way to get more space in here. Oh, there we go. It's a little more narrow in this one. Okay. That's good to know. I know that there's a lot more Mets cards that I have set up, but I can dig through. All right. Ben Berry with the initial bid. Kristen, who's the resident Mets fan? Is it Justin? Ah, okay. All right. Ben Berry with the win. All righty. Let's see. Get the ones that are closest to me. Just go in order. Mookie Betts. We got one out of Chrome, one out of Topps, and then one out of Donruss, which I buy a ton of Donruss, but that's a pink. This is a cool one. It's like a pink firework unleashed. No, you can't go wrong with the Bills unless you're expecting them to win a Super Bowl. Then, you don't really know. Fingers crossed this year. I've learned not to hold my breath any year. Doesn't look like we got any That's Dodgers love right now. That's all right. All right. Put those ones aside. Auctions. Let's do the Josh Allen lot I've got. Got the Gridiron Kings out of Donruss, the Dominators, the Stairmasters, and then the Stargazing. All right, let's get that one going. And Justin, no surprise, has a bid in on that one. All right, down to 6 seconds. Oh, we got 2. We got a second bid. All right. M. Holbert. Well, Justin, not so fast. Last 5 seconds. All right, Justin with the win. Use my Buffalo Bills pen. Justin, is the WV West Virginia? Makes sense how you've got such an eclectic group of teams, right? Are you originally from New York? Very cool. New York City, New York, or downstate near me? Oh, what part? I'm actually in Orchard Park. South Buffalo, and then Orchard Park, then South Buffalo, back to Orchard Park. Jamestown. That's awesome. My brother-in-law is from Jamestown. All right, let's do a random one. I can imagine if you've ever been to a Bills game, you've been here, obviously. Got a Matt Chapman out of 50, 10 out of 50. Very random. I think my son and I pulled this out of a blaster. It was very unexpected. Get that one started. Literally stumbled upon this card like 5 or 6 times organizing my desk, and I was like, I should just put this in there and see if somebody else wants this in their piles. Doesn't look like it. That's all right. All right, let's see. Do the mayor lot. Another guy that's been pretty high on the prospect rankings. And Justin, you ever come up for a game, let me know. My parents' house, actually, you can park at my parents' house. If you've ever done that giant lot on California Road, that is, I believe, Wings. My parents are on that street. It's the one that I grew up on. It's right down the street. Where are you, Mayor? Can't find it. Oh, there you are. All right. Wait, there's a third Ben here? Yeah, I don't. When people are in New York City, I have no idea what down and upstate is. We're Western New York. Everything west of Syracuse is Western New York, to my knowledge, and Albany and New York City and the down and upstate is just foreign to me completely. Same, Justin. We looked as well for Sabres tickets for tonight. We actually looked, and everything for this weekend was crazy. 7-game win streak helps for the Sabres, but it's one of those things. All right, let's see if this gets anyone interested. And like I said, if there's something that somebody wants to see or wants put up, let me know. I'll happily move it to the stage and get it going for you. I had season tickets to the Sabres for a lot of years that they've been bad. And slowly but surely have gone from season ticket holder to half season ticket holder to quarter season ticket holder to mini pack. And this year was the first year we just didn't do anything. My son plays ice hockey, and it's hard to put that kind of money into something with the product we were getting out. And of course, this year they've shown signs of life for the first time in 16 years, 15 years. So it's definitely one of those things that it's nice to see, but it would have been nice to see 10 years ago. All right, we got a Duran rookie lot. Well, rookies, 2 rookies, and then a black and white. I don't see any Red Sox fans, I'm thinking, in the chat. So well, the last week and a half, 2 weeks has been the best hockey that I've seen since we traded Eichel. So, I mean, it's hopeful. So I guess we'll see. 22-23 wasn't bad. We just missed the playoffs. That had me hopeful, but I don't know. I'm just not holding my breath for anything these days. All right, let's see. We'll do the Merrill lot. We got Topps rookie. We got a Bowman. I believe that's Arizona Fall League, and a Bowman Lunar Crater. Get that one going. Yeah, Christian, you're not wrong. It's definitely New York City, Long Island. That whole area thinks of themselves as one thing. The rest of us are kind of, the rest of New York. We tell people that we live in New York. They go, do you go to New York? Do you go to the city? a lot, and I have to tell them, well, that's 8 hours away. So no, I've been there like 3 times in my life, to which blows their mind. All right, Holbert, oh, popped in there at the end. All right, and Holbert with the win. Congratulations. Oh, come on, Kristen. Tage has been just fine for the last couple of years. He's the only one that's been scoring any goals. Exactly, Justin. Like, people don't even understand, like, well, I want to go to New York City and then I want to go see the Niagara Falls. Can I just do that in one day? And it's like, if you want to be incredibly exhausted driving across the entire state. When I went to London like 10 years ago, somebody was like, oh, New York, that's great. You have New York City and Niagara Falls. And I was like, yeah, but you could literally get from one side of England to the other in less time. And that literally blew their mind. All right. Well, there you go. Now we got all sorts of crossovers. We got New York, Western New York, West Virginia, Western New York. Let's switch it up and go a little football, see if anybody's interested in that. Justin Herbert lot. This one's going to be hard to fit on the screen, but we're going to try. We got a acetate Oregon Duck clear vision. We got absolute mosaic from this year. And that did not fit. Let's turn this guy. There we go. Well, I mean, when my brother-in-law lives in Connecticut, and I always tell people, I mean, Connecticut's basically the suburb of New York City. I know it's its own state, and it has cities, but it's just so close. Connecticut might as well be part of New York, and vice versa, with just how close it is. Nobody ever said, oh, you're from Connecticut? Do you go to New York City all the time? Even though you're right there. All right, Holbert with the win. Let's see what else. Let's move this one. This guy has had a lot of hobby love over the last couple of years. Ellie De La Cruz. We got a refractor. We got a pro debut. We got a Bowman Heritage, and then a Topps debut. Does that all fit? I think it does. There we go. Start that one off. Holbert's got a bid in on that one. I appreciate you guys all being here tonight. Wasn't sure what the turnout was going to be like, a couple days after the holiday. It's looking like Holbert's going to pull this one out. Oh, absolutely, Kristen. If I remember my history right, New York was one of the last of the 13 colonies to declare as a state, so that could be wrong, which is embarrassing considering I went to school to be a history teacher originally. Then tried teaching, and I was like, this is not for me. So definitely one of those things. You can't say that you want to be a teacher until you've been in a classroom with kids. All right. How about this one? We'll put the Kurt slot up. We got Allen Ginter, base rookie. We got a Bowman Best refractor. All right. All right. Holbert's on top right now with a $2 bid. Yeah, Kristen, it's definitely one of those things. It is easy to think about. Oh, I'd love to do that. Talk about something you're passionate about, science, history, whatever, until you're in a room with 10 to 20 kids of whatever age it happens to be. Definitely changes the dynamic. All right, Holbert with the win. All right. Harrell, move to stage. We got a rookie lot here. We got Topps Retro Relic, game used, and then a Logo Fractor, which I love the Logo Fractors. Wish they were still very inexpensive megas like they were in 22, but I digress. That's the hobby in general. Everything's going up in price. Justin has got a bid in for $1 there. Yes, Kristen, they have definitely changed. I'll agree. All right, congrats, Justin. All right, how about we do the Wilson lot. This is the guy this is the A that everybody thought was going to win the Rookie of the Year. Got a Mega Box rookie, Greatness Loading rookie, and a Spellbound from Panini Elite, which is a sneaky fun thing to rip, honestly. So long as if you're looking for just something to rip that's cheap, that you get a bunch of ink and cool cards, Elite Extra is actually super fun. My kid loved it a couple of years ago when he first started collecting, because obviously they get the relics and the autographs, and obviously it's all the prospects and stuff. We have the Bisons here in Buffalo, so collect cards of players that we're actually going to see, which is fun. And it looks like Holbert's taking that one down. Congrats. Oh, yeah, my mother, so most of my family are actually teachers. My mother, sister-in-law, and sister are all teachers. My brother-in-law is a professor. A little bit different when you're in college. But my mom retired when she got ripped into by her principal for the pretty much same thing. It's a different dynamic than it was when I was a kid, which is funny because it's only 20, 30 years ago. But I sound like an old crotchety guy now. But it's definitely different. All right. Let's go with the DeVries lot. Another guy that's one of the top ranked prospects. The League Elites, a pro debut. Got the Plasma Power out of Bowman. And then Rode Brew Chrome. I believe he was traded from the Padres, if I'm not mistaken. It's hard to keep up with all those trades. So, Ben, you know exactly what we're saying. I don't know if it's better or worse to be a counselor. You don't have them in front of you all the time, but then you probably deal with a lot more of the stuff, so to speak. So when you are in the thick of it, it's definitely more intense. All right, over with the win there. All right, it looks like we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. I'm not sure if there's anything you guys want me to look through to see if I can find, but I've got, like I said, a ton of stuff. I think I've only got like, what did I just put up? Thorpe. 4 more bids, I think. These are a couple of fun ones. We got Mega Box Mojo rookie, and then we got Topps Finest Checker X Factor common rookie card. Start that one. I was told by a White Sox fan that this guy's going to be good, so I know he was a Yankee prospect originally. All right, we're going down the last couple. All right, no White Sox fans. Got it. Let's do this one. Yeah, Scooble, orange foil out of Stadium Club, which is definitely one of my favorites. 2023, 199. Big free agent, obviously, this coming year. I don't think he got moved. I think he's still with Detroit currently. I know it's going to be a big deal when and if he does, though. Everyone keeps arguing about where he's going to go. Holbert has a $3 bid on that one. No movement yet. I didn't think so. I'm kind of confused on what Detroit's going to do. They're very good. It's hard to move your best player, your best pitcher, when you're in contention. So I guess we'll see as the year goes on. I imagine if they have a bad start, they move him for a big package. But all right, congrats, Holbert. All right. Next one. Move Tatis to the stage. Mando lot here. Bowman Sapphire. We got a Phoenix. I know not everybody loves their unlicensed, but thought it was a cool card. And then I believe that's 23 gold foil, which I think is a Hobby Box exclusive, if I remember correctly. Get that one started. Holbert winning that one, opening bid. It's interesting having young kids starting in sports because like my son's favorite teams are so out there, and I try not to affect who he likes. Obviously, I root for who I root for. He roots for the Sabres, poor kid, but then obviously is a huge Seattle Kraken fan, which they started right around when he was born. So that's interesting. And then baseball, he says he's a Yankees fan. He likes Judge. He has a Judge jersey, but Holbert with the win there. he says he loves the Padres for Little League this year. I'm coaching, and he said, I want to be the Padres if we have the choice. So I think you might be a Padre fan, which, there's worse teams out there for him to be a fan of. And then hockey, like I said, he's also apparently a Pittsburgh fan because he asked my brother for a Crosby jersey for Christmas. Football, thankfully, he's a Bills fan. It helps them that they're good. I think we got one last one up for bid. Again, unlicensed, but that's the rocket ship emoji, which I think is a short print. I don't know if it's an SSP or just an SB, but it's a cool one. I don't know how they call that, like a diamond pattern. I think it's like a diamante or something like that out of Topps. And then a chrome retro as well. Start that one. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not 100% sure how I do that, but I know I can figure it out. All right. Negative on the Cowser. Got it. Let me see if I can figure out this bench lot. Pop these back up there. Move to stage. Restart auction. Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. All right, bench lot up. I blame Tatis. He is exciting. I mean, there's not a whole lot you're going to do about that. And they've got prospects up the wazoo. All right, Holbert. Looks like this one's yours. Add it to the stack. All right. Well, I think that's everything, unless there's something you guys want me to dig through. I've got, like I said, all sorts of stuff, boxes with all the different teams. That's everything that I had planned. Mets. Let's see what we got. We got a ton of Mets. Any players in particular? Oh my good Josh Allen. Listen, I've got a lot of Josh Allen. Like a lot. Actually, I'm going to show you this while I'm looking for the Mets cards. But I actually got it from Secret Santa through Midwest. Right above my desk is my Bills PC, but I got this from Invisible Vets as part of my Secret Santa gift this year. We have a lot of Western New Yorkers in this group, which is pretty awesome. I was not expecting it, but that was cool. I got an Owen Power canvas Young Gun, and then a really cool Barry Sanders retro graded card as well, which was definitely a surprise. I saw that. That's awesome. Holbert, is there any particular Mets that you are a fan of? I have like a ton of Beatty. I've got a bunch of Vientos, Senga. Got all sorts of random stuff. Like, I mean, very random. Like Tyler McGill. This guy who just left the Mets. A lot of people that just left the Mets. Edwin Diaz. You let me know and I can take a look. Actually, just got this one out of a break a couple months ago. Thought it was pretty sweet. I think it's Bowman Sterling. I'm trying to think if I have I had a bunch of Beatty graded base rookies at one point. Yeah, they're ST cards are awesome. I mean, it's one of those things that I definitely think when done well, there's not a lot better cards out there. Frankie Lindor, Parada. Alvarez, Beatty, Soto, Lindor. Let's see. I definitely got some Lindor and some Alvarez for sure. Yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of it floating around. Let's see. Alvarez, Beatty. Let's see what I can find. That's a fun one. That's a good one too. If any of you guys have ever done these sales or haven't done these sales, I highly suggest doing it if your desk and like storage area is a mess, because I will tell you, it forces you to organize yourself. My office has been in shambles for years, and I've done 2 streams, this being the second one, and my office has never looked cleaner. All right. I got a couple Beatties here. Some random ones I found in my pile. We got the nickname out of Big League. Chrome. Let's move these back. Same issues. Chrome rookie. And we've got my favorite insert, which apparently now is a super short print, but wasn't originally. Is that something you'd be interested in, Holbert? Thanks, Kristen. All right. Pop that on there. Let me make a quick one. I think all I have to do, make BD lot 1, publish, add, move to stage. Wait, what the heck? What did I do here? Oh, by now. All right. I was going to do it as an auction, but at the end of the day, you were the only Met fan, so same difference. And I got one more for Frankie Alvarez as well. So we got Cosmic Chrome, we got Topps Black, and then XR. Yeah, exactly. I'll add that one too. Alvarez. Add to stream. Move to stage. And there we go. Do the 30 seconds to see what's up. At the end of the day, all this stuff's just going to Disney, so all the money I have in district is just compiling until like a week or two before we leave, and then it's all getting put right into the bank account. So there you go. Boom. Drop that in there as well. All right. Trying to see if I have any other or any other Lindor stuff. The only things I've found so far are these two. One logo fractor, one power players. Is that something you'd want me to pop up on there too? All right. Add Lindor. All right, there you go. Before we wrap this up, is there anything else anybody else would want to see? All right. Congrats, Holbert. All right. If there's anything else, let me know. I'll hang out for a couple more minutes. Justin, are you still here? I'll have to see if there's any of the Allens that I have that you don't have. You want to take a look at some Allens and let me know if there are things you have? All right, hold up. patch cards. Oh, I have all sorts of stuff. There's a really cool Devers patch card that I have in my store in District. Let me see if it's sitting here close by. That is actually very cool. Let me see if I've got it easily available. I don't know if you're a Devers fan, but I just put it on stage. That's pretty cool. I've got a pretty cool Max Fried patch as well. That's low numbered. I've got a ton of Miggy patches that are surprisingly low numbered. Justin, I don't know if you got one of these the boxes for the farewell season, but my wife got me one of these. It's literally like a mega box. They're cool. It's got a lot of really awesome moments, and you get one or two inserts. And I got pretty lucky because I got a Steve Tasker red, white, and blue. Which I don't know where I put it, but then I got this Josh Allen Snowflake, which I thought was awesome, out of 99. I believe they're in the Bills store. If you go online, I don't know if they're still available. There was like a holiday thing, but you get one insert and it can be numbered or it can just be an insert. A lot of them I've had two that I've seen, and there's also autographs. This was the big hit in mine, which I was pumped because obviously Allen's the person you're chasing. Numbered Allen is, you can't really go wrong. They're not cheap. I think my wife bought it for me for Christmas with my little hoard of retail, and I think it was like $50. But it definitely was a fun rip. It was cool looking through all the cards with all the different moments. It was kind of unexpected, but definitely was very cool. All right, let me see what kind of Allen I've got that isn't PC, because I have a ton. So definitely one of those things you got to kind of look through. Yeah. One of those things I give my kid a ton of the stuff. Then my son also comes in my office and kind of takes a ton of stuff. So, you never really know exactly what you have. Like, I assume you're going to have a lot of the base stuff, like Select, base, Mosaic, base. If you don't have any of these, let me know, because I can leave them up there. Fortunately, I have so much stuff on Diggs, which is very disappointing, obviously. And Kaiir Elam. Oof. The amount of Kaiir Elam I got in his rookie year. Optic base. Oh, absolutely. It's definitely one of those things I saw it and didn't pull the trigger. Was definitely surprised on Christmas when I opened the box and that was there. Yeah, I got the exact same deal with that, Justin. My 9-year-old nephew just left, and my 9-year-old son. Although he's very spoiled in that he's now so used to me. He's like, well, is it a hit? Is it a refractor? Is it this? Is it that? That's what he wants. He doesn't want the base cards anymore, which is you know less than ideal. All right, so we've got all of those. Don't have that call to arms. All right. We got blueprints. We've got the, I think that's Donruss Elite. Yeah, Donruss Elite. And this is like I don't even know what this is. This is a Contenders. I think this is first off the line Mojo or something like that. I don't know for a fact about that one. All right, well, let's put that up. Allen. Lot. Add a stream. That does not say a lot, but you know what I meant. And I'll leave if you guys want all those base cards, I'll leave all those in there too, because I have all of those. Oh boy. All right. Probably should have just started with all my Allen cards. All right. Justin with that one. Justin, do you want those base cards along with it? Awesome. Yeah, not a problem. I'll put that in there. And I'm trying to think if there's any other fun relics that I have. Oh yeah, I have a bunch. I'll put them all in my store for you. Or add it to stream, I guess is what you would call it. So that's a Max Fried. So Big Boy Cards is a Yankees fan. Max Fried is a Yankee. Now I know it's a Braves card, but that's really cool out of museum collection. And I moved a bunch of others into the store as well. There's a Trout. There's a Vladdy, Torque, Mike Trout, George Pickens. There's a double Dalton Kincaid, Michael Mayer rookie, double patch out of Gold Standard, Cowser holiday patch, along with a couple football patches. There's Jaden Daniels patch in there. George Pickens. Jaden Reed is a patch auto. Scott, welcome to stream. Looks like I started too early. A lot of people are coming into stream now. And I'm going to agree. You can send that stuff to Orchard Park, just south of the city of Buffalo. I would be all over that. There's one of my best friends growing up was Filipino, and his mother made this chicken. I don't even know what it's called. Well, it's adobo chicken, but I know adobo is like a pretty common thing. But I used to, every time I was at their house, it was always in the fridge, and I'd be like, do you have any adobo chicken? And I ate it every single time I was at their house. So good. All right, we have more people viewing now than we've had the entire time. So I guess, guys, is there anything in particular that you guys want to see that that I can put up for you guys? Griffey. I can show you a Griffey, but I'm not selling it. So some of you guys know that Ben pulled me the best card I've ever owned, which was Bobby Witt Sapphire Rookie Auto Purple to 10. I ended up selling that and partial trade, partial sale. And one of the items I got was this Griffey Relic Auto, which I don't think is ever going to leave my collection now. I didn't know that I would ever, like growing up, never thought I'd ever get a Ken Griffey auto. So definitely something that I was not expecting. You know, not very valuable comparatively to that Bobby Witt, but the number of PC cards that I got plus cash couldn't be beat. I'm trying to think if I have anything Griffey that I would sell. Actually, I think I do, to be honest. Oh, Ben, yeah. You pulled me two of the biggest cards I've ever owned. One I still have, which Jackson Holiday Purple First Auto, and then the Purple Sapphire to 10 Bobby Witt Rookie Auto, both pulled by you. I actually think you pulled this one as well, the 1-of-1 Archives. The vast majority of my best pulls have been with you, although most of my breaking has been done with you, so can't really complain about that. Let me see. I got Griffey cards. I think all of us, people of a certain age, grew up idolizing Griffey, so I can't really say that I blame you when it comes to that. Thankfully, like I said, I organized my office, so it's been relatively easy to pull stuff out of my collection. There's a lot of stuff that isn't organized, so unfortunately, that's all going to sit until it does get organized. I can't really pull any of that stuff, but I do have these two that I can put up and see if you guys are interested. This is the Triumvirates out of Stadium Club, not numbered. And then this is I think this is the Griffey 89, like retro, when they did a whole set of them. I'll pop that in and see if that's something you guys want. Start that guy. All right, we got 15 seconds left on that. Justin with the $1 bid. All right, Justin with the win. All right, anything else, guys? And ladies, I should say. Red Sox. Knuckleballers. I don't know about knuckleballers. I don't have a lot of Wakefield, and I don't know a ton of knuckleballers otherwise. I mean, a ton of Red Sox. I mean, that's... Yeah, I've got a ton of Red Sox. What players are you looking for in particular? Actually, I think... Hold on. I don't think you were in here, and I don't think it's sold. I think I had a Duran lot, and I had a Roman Anthony lot that didn't get any bids. So if you want, I can pop those up. Yeah. Let me restart those. Go with Duran. Move to stage. Restart auction. There you go. We got... It's shutter speed, optic rookie, and then a retro rookie, which I love black and white. Honestly, it's one of my favorite sets. Like everything else, I said it earlier, a lot of these inexpensive mega boxes are just blowing up as far as price goes. The first set of black and white was so much more reasonable. Between that and the bots just getting everything, it's hard to get a hold of a box for yourself, you know. I know Fortman is, I believe, doing a break of black and white. All right. Yeah, agree. Yeah, 100%. I don't think I'm buying into anything, like I said, because of Disney, but I'm definitely gonna join stream to watch. All right, congratulations. All right, let me put up the Mare lot as well. Up to stage. Restart auction. All right, so there's a Heritage Retro, a Paper First. I don't know what this is called, but I'm pretty sure it was out of this year's Pro Debut, and then a Pro Debut Chrome. Man, getting all this stuff on camera is definitely not the easiest thing in the world. There we go. Yeah, I think you're right. That's awesome. I'm happy to make it happen because as a Yankee fan, unless it's specific Red Sox, I'm not interested in having them here. So happy to facilitate. All right. Congrats. Yeah, I thought you would, Kristen. All right. All right, awesome. All right, is there anything else? Because obviously, like I said, this is the busiest it's been for the hour and 43 minutes I've been on. So I definitely mistimed the event. I'm trying to think what else I have Red Sox wise. We actually got a couple more Roman Anthony cards. Rafi Devers isn't a Red Sox anymore. Rizzo, do you have all of the 24 black and whites? All right, let me see. I think I've got a full set. All right, let me look at these. All right, so I've got frame rate, I'm sorry, not shutter speed, of Roger Clemens, Pedro, Rafi Devers. I know he's not Red Sox anymore, but he was definitely part of that set. David Hamilton, rookie. And then Wilbur Abreu, rookie. I'll put that one up and see if that's something you want. Start auction. Oh, it's, honestly, I think it does. I've always been one of the people that says Stadium Club does, which I do think Stadium Club has great photography, but I definitely think black and white takes it, especially recently. All right, congrats. Put that with the others. Like I said, happy to get these guys out of here. I'm trying to think of what else I got. Red Sox wise. Well, here's a couple. Let's see. Let me know if either of these are. You got Papelbon, Prism. One's to 99, one's to 4.99. You either love them or you hate them. Yeah. Like I said, you either love them or you hate them. And then Yoshida, Future Stars Chrome, Topps Finest, and then just a Chrome rookie. All right. Let's make that one up. All right. Well, somebody else has definitely bidden on these. I don't know who it is. Thank you. A good friend of mine actually makes them. He 3D prints them. He made these. I'll move these out of the way since you all see them. These black uh, 2-tier stands as well. If it's something you're interested in, let me know because he does all that kind of stuff. I appreciate that a lot, actually. Congrats. And then actually, I don't know if you guys have. If you have kids, he made this for me. It's actually, you can't really tell because there's supposed to be a sheet on here, but he already ripped it off. It's an advent calendar for PAX for my son this past year. Makes all sorts of stuff. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, he does it as a side business, kind of like we all do. And he's a good dude. And I've all my stands, all my different stuff. I get it all from him. He made a bunch for my kids last year for Christmas. They all have their names on them. I put those in their stocking. They loved them. They got them in their room with their favorite cards on there, Pokemon and hockey and all that stuff. But yeah, let me know. I'll get you in touch with them if it's something you're interested in. All right. So is there anything else you guys want me to pull out? Like I said, I have way too many cards, as we all do. Yeah, and that's exactly kind of it. There's a ton of people on Etsy and all those types of things, but yeah, I'd rather spend the extra $3-4 to have it somebody that's like in the group or a friend adjacent, etc. And he's a good guy, so keep all this stuff organized. All right, guys. So if there's nothing else you guys want to see, probably gonna call it a night. But let me know because, like I said, all my kids are in bed already. Wife took care of that for me, so I'm sure I'll hear about it in the morning. Have a good night, Justin. Oh, no worries at all. Thanks, Kristen. Everybody have a good night.